What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to another episode. My name is SwipaCam. Welcome to my channel. If you're not yet subscribed, hit that subscribe button. Hit the logo, hit the subscribe button. Continue to build this community. Look, if you want NBA content, NFL content, this is the place to be. You want Denver Nuggets content, Denver Broncos content, this is your home. Hit that subscribe button. Let's continue to build this together. So the Denver Nuggets just got done playing the Utah Jazz on January 17, 2021. And the Denver Nuggets lost again, 109-105. And what are my initial thoughts? Man, I'm frustrated, bro. I'm frustrated because I've watched the Nuggets now. 5 games they've lost in the clutch this year. 5. They lost to the Kings, the Mavs, the Suns. They lost another game recently against the Nets. And then now they lost tonight against the Jazz. I don't know what they're doing. And again, y'all know my MO. It's early in the season. This is game 13. There's 59 games left. It's not nothing to trip about. But the fact of the matter is the Nuggets haven't looked good to start this season off. They just haven't. They look just out of sync at times on defense. Some third quarters are killing the Nuggets right now. Just killing them. Really, they lost the game because of the second unit today. They lost it in the third quarter because they couldn't hit nothing. They didn't hit nothing in the third quarter. And again, y'all, what we keep talking about, you already know. Nikola Jokic playing like the best player in the NBA right now. Again, Jokic tonight had 35 points, 14 rebounds, 9 assists on 14 of 23 shooting, 3 of 6 from the three-point line and 4 of 4 from the free throw line. He was a +6 and they lost by 2. And he played 40 minutes tonight. What more you want him to do? Who else is coming to the party? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Jamal Murray's banged up. He has elbow issues right now. He can't do the normal things he would normally do because he's hurt. But Jamal Murray had 35 and 4 tonight, but he was 11 of 27 from the field. Not efficient at all. 4 or 5 from the free throw line. Not efficient. He wasn't, but he's hurt. He had 24 points at the half and had 6 points the rest of the game. The only people that shot over 40% tonight was Jokic and PJ Dozier. Everyone else on the team shot below 40%, not from 3, from the field. So my question is, who's going to help Jokic? The whole year he's been playing well. You cannot name a game this season that Nikola Jokic has not shown up. His worst game of the year this year, I think he scored 35 points. His worst game of the year, he had 7 turnovers versus the Kings, but he still had like 14 assists, 20 plus points. Somebody's going to have to show up, man. And again, I'm not blaming Murray. He's nicked up. We're missing Michael Porter Jr. I get it. We're not all the way healthy. Will Barton's still nicked up. But y'all, man. Jokic was 14 for 23. Jamal Murray was 11 for 27. Will Barton, 1 for 6. Missing layups. Gary Harris, 2 of 11. Missing layups. I don't know how many layups we missed tonight. It was at least 5 or 6. At least, I'm talking about open layups with a little bit of contested. 5 of 6. Paul Millsap, 2 of 6. PJ Dozier, 3 of 5. Monte Morris, 3 of 7. JaMychal Green, worst game of the year. 5 points, 6 rebounds, 2 of 8 from the field. Facu Campazzo didn't look great, y'all. 2 of 4 from the field, but he just did not play good defense. He got put in little boy pocket a lot today. It just wasn't a good game. It wasn't a good game. Again, the Nuggets, they were 40% from the field as a team, 38%, which is good from the three-point line, and they were 73% from the line. But the Jazz were 51% from the field, 41% from the three-point line, and they were also 57% from the free throw line, but they shot 28 attempts, and the Nuggets only shot 15. We won the rebounding battle. We had 23 offensive rebounds and still lost. 23 offensive rebounds and still lost. 6 steals, 6 blocks. Just wasn't a good game. Now they're 6-7. It's like every time we get to 500, the Nuggets is like, I don't know. Whenever we think that we're about to cross that 500 mark, we're going to start stacking wins. It's just, we keep cutting them back right now. Yeah, Look, man, we don't have scoring. This is why Michael Porter Jr. is important. This is what people need to understand. Michael Porter Jr. is a 6'10 freak. There is no one else like Michael Porter Jr. except for Kevin Durant. But Michael Porter Jr. is 10 years behind Kevin Durant. So he's not going to be that kind of a player. But here's my thing. We don't have another consistent scoring option on the first unit because right now Gary's missing the shot and Will Barton is just not playing as best as he can. I don't blame Will. He is literally trying to get his body back. Think about it. Will Barton didn't play basketball from March till the start of this season. He's rusty and he's still figuring it out. He's still getting healthy. He'll get healthier as the season goes along. But it wasn't a good game tonight. Donovan Mitchell didn't play well. Donovan Mitchell did not play well. Donovan Mitchell for the Utah Jazz had 18 points, 3 rebounds, and 7 assists. And he was 7 of 20 from the field and 0 of 7 from the three-point line. And the Nuggets still lost. Gary Harris put some clamps on him. Donovan did miss some bunnies. He missed some bunnies, but Gary Harris put clamps on him. Royce O'Neal, 8 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 of 4 from the field. Bojan, he didn't do anything. I mean, he made 5 3-pointers in the first half, really. But he was 6 of 13. He wasn't killing you. Rudy Gobert, 15 points, 13 rebounds, and it said he's a +8, but I just don't know where that is. He can't do anything with Jokic. I think that, again, he's a 2-time defensive player of the year, but when he's guarding Jokic is licking his chops because he knows Rudy doesn't want anything to do with him. Rudy plays timid when he plays against Jokic because, again, they've been playing against each other for years, and literally, Jokic, anything he wants to do, mid-range, three-pointer, to the basket, inside layups, getting foul calls. He did whatever he wanted. Again, man, Jordan Clarkson at 23 points, y'all. 9 of 13 from the field, 4 of 8 from the three-point line. It's just these games frustrate the heck out of me because the Nuggets have the better players. They just didn't show up. This is the first. They didn't lose to the Jazz all last year in the regular season. They were 7-3 versus them last year, including the playoffs, and now they've lost their first game against them this year. I don't know, man. I don't know what to say, y'all. It just wasn't a good game. Game notes. Utah was shooting hot early. The Nuggets continue to face teams that they are just shooting well. Again, the Nuggets are playing good defense. It ain't that. They're not giving easy buckets in the paint or the three-point line. They're one of the best teams in terms of not giving up easy buckets in the paint and three-point line. Teams are just hitting. They just love them empty arenas, man. I don't know what to tell you. Tony Brothers is missing some calls. I like Tony Brothers as a referee, but, man, he was missing some calls on Jokic earlier, and it was just frustrating, y'all. It was just frustrating. It was frustrating to watch. Jokic kept getting just punched in the mouth, and they just weren't calling fouls. They just weren't. PJ Dozier is a good player, man. I don't like him at the 4, but I do like him at the 3. But he played the 4 tonight because Royce O'Neal was playing the 4. So they had to put him there. But, you know, he played well. He got some really key rebounds today. He made some three-pointers today. He made a couple three-pointers today. He wasn't terrible. I like his game, man. He plays good defense. He plays hard for the Nuggets. Again, PJ was 2 of 3 from the three-point line. He played well. For some reason, I don't know what it is. I don't know if teams are missing the fact that Jokic currently is averaging over 10 assists a game. I'm not sure if they understand that Jokic all-time is the all-time leading assist man at center. I'm not sure if they haven't read those stats, but for some reason, teams continue to double-team Jokic. And all Jokic does, he looks over, ball behind his head, and he is just literally just scanning the field. Cut, corner, three-pointer. I would never double Jokic. Jokic, you just going to have to score 45 points on an efficient level. I'm not letting you get anyone else hot today. No. And again, if Gary Harris is hitting his threes today, if Will Barton is hitting his threes, if Paul Millsap, if Jamal Murray was hitting his threes in the second half, he might have had 14 assists tonight. It was one of those kind of passing games. Just shots weren't falling. Again, Murray was playing well. Sometimes on the double team with really quick players, Gary Harris plays really good defense, but tonight he kept jumping ahead. So he would expect Donovan Mitchell to go over the screen. And so what would happen is Gary would start to jump to get ready to tail, so that way Donovan didn't get an open three. But then what happened was when he jumped, Donovan would see an open lane because Jokic is, he's on Rudy Gobert, so he's already all the way up on the three-point line. So he would just get Gary Harris out of place, go backside, and cut to the basket. He was just missing his layups. But, we just have to make sure we're not doing little stuff like that. Murray had a step back. I think Murray, in the last couple of years, he is like 4 or 5 in the NBA on the list of players who have shot step back three-pointers. He's just good at them. He's not James Harden, but he's good at them. He hit one today. And Gary Harris, he had a good stretch there in the second quarter. Let's talk about Rudy Gobert, y'all. Did he sign a 5-year, $205 million contract, which is what Steph signed, I believe, the summer of 2017, when at the time was the largest NBA contract? Rudy Gobert got one of those. How y'all feel about that? Rudy's a rim runner. And basically, unless he's playing against Jokic, Jared Allen, Joel Embiid, Anthony Davis, Vucevic, basically any big that's just really good offensively. As long as he's not playing against one of them, I think he's worth it. But he literally doesn't do anything other than his value is protecting the paint with the Utah Jazz. But I'm saying, but in the playoffs, who are you stopping? Because Anthony Davis is going to go to the rack. They got Marc Gasol and Montrezl Harrell. Is he going to stop any of them? Okay, what about the Clippers? Serge Ibaka, Kawhi Leonard, Paul George to the rack? Because Serge Ibaka is going to be on the perimeter anyway, so he's going to have to guard the three-point line. Jokic, again, Jokic is averaging like 30 points a game against him the last couple years. So, no. So who's he guarding? And that's what I'm saying. Like, I realized they had to pay him. I don't know if I want that contract, and I feel like that's not going to look great a couple years from now. Because again, his game is so antiquated. Like he doesn't pass, he can't shoot, and I don't mean shoot like he can't shoot like beyond like 8 feet. I mean he can't shoot outside of layups and dunks. He just doesn't do it. Again, I'm glad he got his money. I'm glad that he has a role in the NBA, but $205 million for that? And you're telling me that I have to deploy a max player, almost a max player, 2-time defensive player of the year? I got to deploy you on Nikola Jokic in the playoffs in the regular season, and you can't do anything? Not me. I like him, though. I'm glad he got his money, take care of his family. Again, it just wasn't a good game, y'all. I don't know what else to tell you. It just wasn't a good game. I'm frustrated. The Nuggets are 6-7. They're not playing great. The defense is shoddy. They didn't come together on offense today. And Jokic is. I just want to read them off to you once again. Nikola Jokic in 40 minutes tonight, 35 points, 14 rebounds, 9 assists, and he had 35 points on 14 of 23. 14 of 23 from the field, y'all. I don't know what to say, man. Like, he's playing well. I mean, he's the best player in the league. He shot 61% from the field tonight. What else do you ask for from a player? And he led your team in assists and rebounds. There is literally nothing else you could ask. He played good defense today as well. So the Nuggets are just going to have to figure this out. Michael Porter Jr. comes back soon. Thank you. I don't care what nobody else is saying. Yeah, he struggles on defense sometimes, but he's a young player. He will get it. You cannot replace 30 points a game on a 65% true shooting percentage. You can't replace it. Right now, they had 105 points. Who else showed up to the party besides Jokic and Murray? Who's going to pick up that score? I will. My name is Michael Porter Jr. I'll get that done. Anyway, this is going to do it for this episode. Just frustrated, y'all. We play against the OKC Thunder on Tuesday. That should be great. And then we play against a back-to-back against the Phoenix Suns coming soon. So hopefully we get another win against the Thunder, go back up to 500, and then maybe we can get over 500 for the first time this year. We'll see, though. Anyway, that's going to do it. Appreciate y'all. This is SwipaCam. Subscribe to the channel. Let me know in the comments section what your thoughts on the game were, what you want to hear, what kind of videos you want to see. I posted a video today saying that Nikola Jokic, best player in the NBA. I think so. Anyway, that's going to do it. SwipaCam, we out. I'll see y'all soon.